Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? I am Deborah Porter. I am your mom coach, and we are here to discuss how to run away from home temporarily. So I got a lot of people here today that are all online. So we're just going to believe that the internet's going to hold up. But we're talking today about how to run away from home temporarily. And I really do mean temporarily. Like, I'm not suggesting that anybody leave their home or leave their family. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm your mom coach, and I am the ultimate mom coach when it comes to home life balance, which is needed more now than ever before. So if you know that home life balance is something that you are managing, trying to figure that out, then I would love to talk with you. I would also love to invite you to get on the wait list for a home management mastery course that I'm going to be doing in April. So coming up very soon. And I'll put a link up here for that. But here's the thing. Before I get started, if you have questions already about how to do this or concerns about doing it, or you've tried and it didn't work, you can go ahead and start putting your questions in, because y'all know I'm usually not on here long, kind of pop in, give you the info, pop back out. So if you've got questions about how do I figure out how to get away? How do I figure out how to get away? If y'all saw the video that I put up earlier this week, I spent 2 days, not long, 2 days, but that's all I needed. I needed 2 days away by myself, somewhere quiet. I've been doing this since my kids were little. This is not kind of a new thing, or now that I'm, an empty nester, that I'm, I can have no, I've been doing this for years, and it's never stopped. Usually every quarter or so, I'll take a couple of days. Sometimes it's with girlfriends, sometimes it's by myself. But I'll take a few days just away. Sometimes it's to do some work. Sometimes it's to do some work on me. Sometimes it's to do nothing. But this particular staycation or runaway from home was particularly fun for me, even though it was work, but it was kind of where I went that made it enjoyable. So I'm gonna dive right in, and I'm only gonna be here a few minutes. So if you've got questions, go ahead and start putting them up there, and I will be sure to answer them. So there's only 3 things you need to keep in mind when you are wanting to get away and run away from home. Not literally, but there are 3 things that you really need to keep in mind. And so the first one is, and this one is probably the most important, you have to plan it. It is not going to happen generally at the last minute. It is not going to happen because you think people should know that that's what you need. And how come no one is suggesting that I get time to myself? No, it's not going to happen like that. You are going to need to put this on everybody's calendar. Everybody, you're going to need to put some kind of sticky note or index card or something on the refrigerator so that everybody knows these are the days mom is not going to be here. Not going to be here. So don't be surprised. Don't act shocked. Don't cry. These are the days I'm not going to be here. Make sure everyone is aware of it early. So get with your spouse, plot out those days that are going to be convenient and work for everybody. Here's the other thing. You have to say so, right? We have to be able to speak to the things that we need. And we are so Johnny on the spot, right? People sneeze and we're running to get a tissue, right? We're just so Johnny on the spot with everything that we're the ones that really have to step up and say, okay, I need this. I need this for me. Couple days, it'll be fine. I chose somewhere kind of nearish by, so I didn't go super far. But look, if you can't get away and go super far, I suggest you do that too. But stop expecting people to know what you need or what you want. Stop assuming that because you've been married for X amount of years, he should just know. He knows how I am. He knows I like to travel. He knows that you have to give voice to it. This is for you. You've got to plan it. Here's the other thing that's important to do. Research it. So for me, I am a bit of a germaphobe. So especially right now being COVID still, for me, it was really important. I wanted a certain radius. I didn't want to drive long. So I was within an hour of where I live. It had to be a hotel that had really strict policies on cleaning and protocols for COVID. I wanted a room with a water view, and I wanted it kind of away from the main area of the hotel. So research, you know the things that you need that are going to make you be comfortable while you're there so that you're not worried or anxious. And so research it, get what you need. And I was able to find all of that in my price range because guess what? Right now, hotels are super cheap. Super cheap. I was just looking at some hotels in New York. You know, a couple of our kids live in New York, and I was thinking, I'm kind of missing them. But yeah, hotels are super cheap. You can even go on Priceline. There is a last minute website if you are able to work something out kind of at the last minute. If you're comfortable with Airbnbs and VRBO and things like that, that it's inexpensive right now. So the first most important part of this, though, is planning. Here's the second important part of this. You've got to prepare. You've got to prepare your family. And so that may look different. So again, I've been doing this since my kids were little. And when they were little, I would, I felt, this was kind of a little mom guilt on my part. So doing this particular thing made me feel better. Clearly, it didn't do nothing for them, but I would cook dinner, for every night. I'd have all the dinner already cooked in the fridge. I'd make sure there was breakfast food there and lunch food. And then I would come home to all of that food still there and pizza boxes and Chick-fil-A bags in the trash. So I quickly realized I'm not doing that because they're having their own moment while I'm gone. They're doing what they're doing. So you have to figure out what works for your family. If you know that's going to help this go down a little bit easier to know that meals prepared and stuff's in the fridge, okay, no problem. Done. But take notice of that because if you go away and come back and all that food is still there, that was a waste of time, energy, and money. Okay. So the other thing that you want to make sure you're doing, and hopefully you're already doing this part, delegating tasks, right? This should already be a system that you have in place. I've talked about this many times before. If this is not something you're already doing, let me put this link up here. This is what you need to do. You need to get on the wait list for the Home Management Mastery course that's coming up in April. If you are not already clear on delegating tasks, this is going to be a course that you're going to want to be in. And here's what delegating is not. Delegating is not telling people, I need you to do X, Y, and Z, right? So for example, if I ask one of my kids, I need you to make sure the trash is out every night before they come to pick up the trash, but I never tell them the day that the trash is picked up, then I'm mad because the trash is in the house as the trash man is driving down the street. They're frustrated because they're like, you never even said what or when. So when you're delegating, it's more than just asking people to do something. It's giving them all of the information and the things that they need to do the thing you want them to do, right? So you want your child to mop or sweep. Do they even know where that is, right? Don't head out the door saying, okay, make sure you mop. They're not going to really probably look hard. So when you're asking people to do something and when you are delegating a task, give them all the materials that they need to get it done and then back away and let them do it. Okay. If you are not already doing that, if that's not already happening in your home on a regular basis, go to debraporter.net, get on the wait list for this Home Management Mastery course coming up in April. Okay. So we're delegating, we're preparing, we're planning. Here's the last piece of this. You need to just pack and go. There may be kids hanging on your leg. There may be kids begging you not to go. And know this too, you know how I already feel about perfection, that it's not real, but there is no perfect time. There's not going to be like this is the perfect weekend for me to do it. This is the perfect few days. You're going to have to make it work. You're going to have to make it work. So, okay. So one time I was doing this, my kids were younger. And the morning I was leaving, this was when we lived in Ohio, and I was driving to Cleveland. We lived outside of Toledo. I was driving to Cleveland because they had a really great, they had a play that I wanted to see. It may have been The Color Purple or something. I don't know, but they had good live theater there. So they had a great restaurant nearby. So, all right, I'm gonna do the whole thing. Wake up that morning, one of my kids is sick. Not like super, super sick, just like a little, sick. And so inside I'm saying, you can't go. You can't go. You have a sick kid. What mother walks out of the house when there's a sick kid? But then I realized something. I really do have to still go. And here's why. I need to still go, one, because they need to know that their dad can handle whatever comes up if I'm not here. Their dad needs to know that he can handle it when I'm not here. I need to know that things can still function and go on when I'm not here. So I left the information. The doctor's office was like maybe 2 miles from the house, and they handled it. And it was fine. It was fine. So I say all that to say it's not going to be a perfect moment when you want to go. It's not going to be perfect. You got to make it work. And if you're planning and you're preparing and the moment comes for you to pack up and leave and you're having this, I don't know, I'm not sure if I can do it. Listen, let them miss you. Let them miss you. Create a space and an opportunity for your family to miss you. We are so Johnny on the spot with everything. And I mean everything. I said it earlier. If somebody sneezes, we're running to get them Kleenex. Like, let them miss you. Give them the opportunity to bless you. Listen, I came home on Monday. So I was gone Saturday to Monday. I came home Monday evening to a Sunday evening type dinner put together by the one and only Cliff Porter, right? Full meal, house clean, tons of I missed yous. I hope it was productive. I had work to do. I had some deadlines to meet. So for me, it was more work than relaxing, but I was able to do both. I figured that out. You will too. But I'm sharing all that to say, give them an opportunity to miss you. Give them an opportunity to bless you. I say this every time Mother's Day rolls around, or Valentine's Day, or your birthday, or Christmas. Stop telling people in your family, Mommy, what do you want? Oh, I'm fine. I don't need anything. They didn't ask you what you need. Stop saying you want peace in the world and rainbows. Like, let them know what they want to bless you. They want to bless you. It's your birthday. They want to know, what do you want? Nobody asked what you need. What do you want? Let them know. Let them have the joy of giving you something, because you're always giving. Always. It's what we do. So working that giving muscle, no issue. How about that receiving muscle? How are you dealing with that? We'll be dealing a lot with that too. The new home management mastery course in April. We're going to be talking about that. Many of us have a huge giving muscle. We have no problem showing up, giving whatever's needed. The moment we need to ask for something, or we need to receive something that's being offered to us, tense up. Can't do that. Can't do that. And why is that? Right? We're going to dig into a little bit of that. Why is that? Why is that for some of us our initial reaction when we're in need, or when we need something for ourselves, or when someone wants to give us something, even a compliment, right? Somebody wants to give you a compliment and you're already explaining why you're not even worthy of the compliment. Oh, your dress is gorgeous. Oh, this whole thing. Just say thank you. Just say thank you. All right. So, okay, I'm a little bit off on my tangent. So I'm gonna get back on course here. I don't know what all these other note cards are for. This is not even for what I'm talking about today. Anywho, so again, planning for how to run away from home temporarily. First thing, I'm about done, y'all. So if you have any questions, put them up, because I'm about to pop out. Plan. It's not going to happen. It's not real. If it's not on calendars and the time's not marked off for it, you can say it all you want. You can wish it all you want. It's not real. Plan, prepare. Right? Find out, what is your comfort level right now? Everybody's not vaccinated. A lot of people are, but what's your comfort level? Find some there are some major chain hotels that are doing a really good job with their own COVID protocols, and will pretty much honor your request. Every request I made for the hotel I stayed at honored it. Right? So prepare, and then pack and go. Pack and go. People, children may pull on your leg as you are walking out the door. You got to be okay with it. When you're in your prepare stage and you're researching, these are a couple of places that have some really good deals right now. I actually chose a major brand hotel because I had points, and that helped out. But Priceline has some really great prices. There's a last minute. If you're comfortable with Airbnb, give them a try as well. And in that process of preparing everyone, delegate. That's not just asking. Give them what they need to get the task done. Don't just ask them to take out the trash. And I don't mean like take the trash from the house out to the trash can. I mean, take the trash can outside, so when the trash truck comes, they take it away. right? We're telling our kids, make sure the trash is out, make sure the trash is out. We never even told them, though, that happens on Thursday morning. So I need you to put it out Wednesday night. They want to let them be successful in what you're delegating and asking them to do. And then lastly, let them miss you. Let them miss you. Listen, I came home Monday night to a whole Sunday night dinner and a clean house and tons of I missed yous. Let them miss you. Give them the space and the opportunity to miss you. Let them bless you. Mother's Day is going to be coming up. Birthdays are happening. Let them bless you. When they ask you what you want, stop saying, I don't need anything. Tell them what you want. Give them something so that they can watch the joy that you have with them being a blessing to you, the same way that you are constantly over and over again, day in, day out, being a blessing to them. Okay. So I don't see any comments or questions. If you have any, leave them. I always come back and check. But this is just a quick step-by-step process of how I kind of ran away from home for a couple days. We make it a little bit more difficult than it really is. Been doing this for years, since the kids were little. It's not difficult. We just have to sit down and make it happen. I tell you all the time, you're not going to find the time for stuff like this, but you do have to make the time for it. You're the better for it. Your kids, your family is the better for it, right? You walk in the door and everybody's like, oh my gosh, mommy's back. It's amazing. All right. So love you guys. Again, the home management mastery course is coming up in April. This course is going to cover a lot. It's a multi-system course. So it's going to give you systems for different areas in your home that need not just order, but for you with your self-care, with how to appropriately insource and outsource things that need to be done in the house so that you're not always saying and continually thinking everything's falling on me. I have to do everything around here, right? We're going to give up the super mom syndrome and get some things in place. So what you can do is go to deborahporter.net, deborahporter.net. Join the wait list. There'll be a couple of links on there that will kind of, prod you to join the wait list. And then you'll be the first to know when we're getting rolling. The cart will open on April 4th. That will stay open for a week, and the course will start that following Monday. Okay. So I'll be talking more about that as we go along, but wanted to pop in, would love to hear about your own staycations, your getaways, your opportunities to temporarily run away from home. Share them with me. Either do it, give me a little video in the comments or, but share how that's worked for you, how you've managed to do that. That may help another mom who's trying to figure that out as well. And if you haven't, share what your issues and your concerns are with making it happen, because I think we can help you with that as well. All right. So good seeing everybody. Thanks for joining in. Always a joy. And I will see you again soon.